Quantico, Virginia. Dan Murray, United States Attorney General, grabs the podium with both hands, leaned forward into the microphone, and surveyed Class 2516 with satisfaction. 40 fresh faces stared back at him, each clear-eyed, intelligent, and best of all, curious. Serving in the government post that previous attorneys general had bluntly characterized as one damn thing after another. Murray relished afternoons like this. He had plenty to do at his office in Main Justice on Pennsylvania Avenue, where the work was indeed, well, one damn thing after another. In that Department of Justice building, a steady flow of alleged misdeeds flew over his desk like the prior winds in his native Oklahoma. Visits like this is to see the shiny side of the DOJ, where a matter of mental hygiene and nothing cleared his head quite. In that Department of Justice building, a steady flow of alleged misdeeds flew over his desk like the prior winds in the native Oklahoma. Murray had already shaken their heads and posed for pictures when they walked one by one across the stage. The FBI Academy in Quantico. With that done, he wanted to speak plainly to them, a rare opportunity, for he sensed it would be the last time he shared a room with most of them. Congratulations, Special Agent, he began. We get to officially call you Special Agent now. Sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? Enjoy the title, you earn it. And though most of you have advanced law or accounting degrees, you'll work your asses off to ensure you'll be making general government pay, same as me. But at least you can call yourself Special Agent. At the back of the room, up the center steps, Murray noticed a door open. Arm burst. His chief of staff slipped through shoulder first and shot him a cautious glance. Murray avoided it, deliberately focusing on the fresh faces rising in the tier rows of the Academy's executive briefing center. The class was about half men and half women. They were Asian, Black, Caucasian, and Hispanic, clean cut and youthful. The men wore white shirts, dark jackets, and solid ties. The women were in pantsuits with open collars, shirts. They were as lean and fit as greyhounds. But you're not here for the money, Murray continued into the microphone. There isn't a single person in my Justice Department who couldn't make a fortune in the private sector. Yet they trade all that for government pay because they're in this job for something more. And that's something that's clipped to your belts. If you would, ladies and gentlemen, please do me the honor of placing your shining new shields on the tables before you. Murray considered himself lucky to be here. His FBI director was currently in London at a Five Eyes security conference hosted by MI5 at Thomas House. The expansive headquarters, British Internal Security Service, with the plan is aligning for him to address these graduates. Murray studiously avoided arm brusters, hands gestures at the back of the room. All right, good work now. Please take the shields out of their wallets, the Attorney General instructed. Go on, pull them free. I want to see naked metal on the tables. Miss Ramirez, I understand you're in the class. You're the class leader. Take down the names of anyone who doesn't comply. They chuckled as they removed the gold shields. For the rest of your career, Murray said seriously, you'll carry those shields in their wallets, nudge up against your identification cards and your Glock 19s. You'll probably never take that metal out of its holder again. Don't forget, I was an agent once, upon of a time, sitting right where you are. Though we didn't have a fancy briefing center back then, he paused for a moment, reminiscing what 40 years ago, something like that, after the academy. He worked his way up for special agents to special agent in charge, then in legal attaché in London, and eventually to FBI director. He was appointed to the top position at Justice Attorney General by his longtime friend, President Jack Ryan. But leading to the FBI had been the best job of his career. During moments like this, Murray missed it dearly. He could almost curse the president of promoting him to a cabinet level position where all his challenges and sleepless nights, days like this kept him on the straight and narrow. All right, he continued to the class. Can anyone tell me the name of that lady with the scales in her hand at the center of your badges? 11 hands shot up instantly. Murray cracked a smile at the eagerness and picked a graduate at random. You, what's your name? Anthony LaPagley, the new lawman answered. Special Agent LaPagley. Okay, who is that gal on your shield? She's Justine, goddess of justice. Rome, goddess of justice. Special Agent LaPagley. Well, a name like yours, you should take a little Italian credit. The agent grinned sheepishly, desperately trying to get Murray's attention. Arm brusters twitched at the back of the room like a third base coach sitting there running. The Attorney General raised 2 fingers at him. The one damn thing after another job could wait 2 more minutes for him, couldn't it? Well, my special agent at the head of the United States Justice Department, I want you to know something important. You do not work for your director, nor do you work for me or for President Ryan. For that matter, you work for that woman on your shield there, Justine, Lady Justice, because she represents the special faith and confidence your fellow citizens have placed in you. Go on. Take a long look at her sword, her scales, her blindfold. He vocally tipped over that last word, blindfold. Though he told himself he shouldn't, it involuntarily forced him to think of his wife Liz. While he stood here at his podium in Quantico, Liz Murray was the best of a surgical consultation with the world's most renowned orthodontologist, First Lady Kathy Ryan. Murray's wife had lost her vision in her left eye due to the advanced wet macular degeneration. Her right eye was at a stage where she was only a year or 2 away from losing her ability to read or drive. Kathy Ryan had called a week earlier to inform Liz about an exciting new experimental laser surgery designed to cauterize the damaged blood vessels beneath the macula that caused the disease. With the laser treatment was successful, it could completely restore Liz's vision in her right eye. However, Captain warned, if it didn't work, she would likely be left behind or left blind. The Belgium eye surgeon in D.C. for a conference had only done the surgery twice on humans, but was willing to do his best for the Attorney General's wife. Kathy ran the idea by Liz, who was more than ready to take the chance. Dan was all for trusting Kathy Ryan, but he didn't taste the idea, or he didn't like the idea. a Belgium surgeon playing guinea pig with his wife's one decent eye. He set it aside for now, contemplating the new agents serving Justine and her blindfold. He took a deep breath, disregarded arm brush, and cleared his throat. Listen up, special agents. Could you do me a favor? Henceforth, when you're out there in your field office, working with your confidential informant and building up your cases, I want you to pause once a week and take your shield from your wallet. Find a quiet moment to study, maybe a lunch break or a little downtime at the home, or even sitting at your desk. Whatever it is, I want you to reserve a moment to pull your badge out of his wallet and stare at Lady Justina once a week. And when you do, I want you to remind yourself that she is your boss. Can you do that for me? Because here's the thing. There may come a point when you follow your lead to a place that no one would like. Your special agent in charge, the assistant district attorney, the local police chief, whoever. One day you might find yourself as the last immovable, buried between doing what is easy or popular and instead doing what is just not thinking about it, but acting on it. You, my special agents, stand on that rampart between good and evil. You are the guardians of your nation. Remaining vigilant will take courage, skills, and sacrifice. All you have those attributes in spades, or you would never have sought this work. So I ask you always to remember to do what is just, not for me. Understand? But for her and the people of the United States of America, that's what we're all trusting you to do. That's why we give you all that cool title, special agent, because it is truly special. He wanted to say a few other things, but arm brush was waving him into home plate. Maybe that was just as well. Murray was anxious to hear what Mrs. Ryan thought about Liz's prospects, and he made his point, having guarded the newly commissioned agents' rapt attention. He wished them well and trotted up the tiered floor to the drumbeat of their applause. The exit door barely latched when Armbrush leaned close to his ear. Another poison spear incident. His chief of staff whispered. Murray froze. Damn it. Please tell me it wasn't here in the States. Afraid so, sir. Eastern Washington, near the Idaho border. Whole family. When? This morning. Same MO. Yes, the alert came in through the Seattle district. The Attorney General signed one damn thing after another. Has anyone told the president's national security team yet? That's why I've been signaling you, boss. You're requested in the Oval Office in 41 minutes.